It's been in our episode polls quite a few times, though maybe not as much as Something Short of Paradise. But it is time we finally spotlight the 1979 horror classic Phantasm. And wouldn't it be great if I was a jerk and just reviewed the sex comedy Phantasm instead? You're lucky you're spelled differently, other Phantasm. Phantasm 79 is the movie that made it hard for us to turn out the lights due to our fear of hearing a sinister voice shout, "Boy!" It's the movie that says there's worse things that could happen to you at a funeral home besides running out of tissues. This is a total Don Coscarelli project, who not only wrote and directed the film, but edited it and shot it as well. It came about from him wanting to do a horror film, since his previous film, Kenny and Company, didn't do that well, but he loved seeing the audience reaction to a jump scare in that film, so he wanted more of that. This gave him a chance to do something that really channeled themes of teenage fear, and his love of Ray Bradbury, old science fiction stories, and stuff like Dario Argento's Suspiria. So much so, he really did want to adapt Something Wicked This Way Comes, but those rights got sold to Disney. This was definitely an indie production in the most inspirational of ways. Coscarelli's dad helped fund it, his mom did some special effects and costuming, actors would do their own stunts. When Coscarelli rented the equipment, he did it on a Friday so he could shoot through the weekend, return it Monday, and would only need to pay for a day. Yet those were some long-ass shooting days, and the movie took over a year to make. But what came out of it was one of the coolest, most original horror films of the 70s. And the film gets right to it. We are watching Phantasm. Again, not the 1976 one. Though in Australia, the title was changed to The Never Dead, as not to get confused with the sex comedy. There's some sex and comedy in this film too. We are right here at the theme of we're all gonna end up here at some point. Might as well have a little fun first. Send me off the old-fashioned way, getting so laid in the cemetery. It was right of them to not go skinny dipping this time. He's tired of losing his one-night stands to sharks. But in the absolute worst drunk goggles you've ever seen, I'm not a hot chick, I'm Angus Scrimm. So long, Tommy, but Jody and Reggie will be here to mourn him.
It's hard to believe. Killed himself.
Right, and so soon after they lost their friend Jennifer to suicide. Time for Jody to check out the mausoleum, not because his friend is there, but because they also shot some movies like Burnt Offerings and A View to a Kill here. Cool. This is exactly how Tommy wanted to go, with everyone running late to say their goodbyes and marking their territory on every grave. That's why he's being haunted. It's for bad karma. Michael is played by A. Michael Baldwin, who, like every teen in the 70s, looks 13 going on 30, even if he really was a teenager. And no matter what anyone said back then, they said it intense.
The funeral is about to begin, sir.
You're not gonna give a very loving tribute to my friend, are you? Angus Scrimm may be playing the tall man, but at 6'4", he was only a little taller than Bill Thornbury here, so he had to stand on a crate. And just look at what he did to Tommy.
Hey, it was a good idea not to let your little brother come to the funeral and see Tommy like this. Yeah.
He looks like the eulogy will be read by Estes Perkle, graphically describing him burning in hell. Mike will see this funeral one way or another, or watch a girl's pillow fight next door. This is gonna be great! Plus that great theme from Fred Myrow kicks in too, where originally it was going to be used in just the opening and closing, till they were like, no, this really is good, let's play it throughout. What else goes perfectly over the tall man? This may seem weird, but I don't know, tall man looks like the kind of dude who can lift a whole casket. It's the ultra slimming clothes he wears to give himself an even taller appearance. Mike's gotta deal with this death somehow. Why yes, I do need a hand! Let's get more advice from fortune teller Grandma, who looks like she's about to be set up on a blind date with Grandpa from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's great watching this on repeat viewing, because there are little clues as to where it's going, such as Mike saying his brother Jody is leaving, then cutting to a car driving wildly, foreshadowing what his fate really is. I don't know what the insinuation is of this line, though.
Well, I just don't get off on funerals, man. They give me the creeps.
Whatever, prude, be more adventurous. It's been a shitty couple of years all around, given that they lost their friend Tommy, plus Mike and Jody's parents also passed away. I dig how the movie's edited, like shots of Mike following around Jody as Jody is describing his annoyance with it, while this is what Mike is conveying to the psychic. A lot of it is edited in this kind of non-linear, surreal way, largely because it was originally about 3 hours and had to be severely cut, but they made it work, even with the randomness of these cutaways. That does give you this uneasy feeling that something's not quite right here. Unfortunately, he went to the psychic, who is a gigantic Frank Herbert fan and just loves convincing people to put their hand in the box for the pain test.
It was simply reflection. Fear is the killer. That's what grandmother wants you to learn.
I have worm signs. Look at this, he leaves and they start busting up. They are just messing with him. Nothing that Clint Howard as the ice cream man can't solve. Turn that frown upside down. See, a lesser low-budget movie of the time would have just cut to a random band out of nowhere. I'm looking at you three on a meat hook. This one at least gives us Reggie Bannister and Bill Thornbury having a jam session. Though the way Reggie is dressed, you could have easily made this the Colonel Sanders low-budget movie cameo. I'm glad we got some happiness here because someone forgot to bring their sunglasses to the mausoleum. Ah, damn it, we'll have to go to Dune's Cantina to get another girl to trick horny teenagers to put their hand in a box. And here is why I love 70s horror movies. Because at some point there may be a scene where we get a disco version of the theme. There's still not a lot to do in this town, and Mike's already swiped all the playboys. Might as well watch Charles Rocket hit on some bar chicks. Look, you may be wondering why everyone is adamant about having sex at Morningside Cemetery. It is a lot cleaner than the Motel 6. At least here the bodies are underground. At the motel, they're simply under the mattress, and it stinks. This is why I'm glad I'm an only child. I could bang in the cemetery in peace without my weirdo brother killing the mood by being chased by monsters before I finish.
What the heck?
We'll go ahead and take a break so we can let Jody clean himself off.
It didn't have to end this way. A trusted friend, neglected and lost. If only you'd known. About Slick 50 engine formulas. So protect the ones you love with Slick 50, the world's #1 selling engine treatments.
Now that we're back, Michael, it's okay, come back! When you're older, you'll understand that Jawas running through the trees is what sets the mood. It's the 70s!
What's out there?
It was little and brown and low to the ground.
And everyone talked in soft rock lyric speak. Makes sense. Angus Scrimm was the stage name of Lawrence Rory Guy, a Grammy winner who wrote a ton of liner notes while working for Capitol Records. Though on screen he's famous for this character and one of the freakiest shots put in a movie, this being one of the first images Coscarelli thought of for it and used it in a lot of advertising. He still won't stop following his brother though, especially after he was just kicked out of Solaris Cantina. It's a shame. The bar may be the safest place in town. Oh great, every Stranger Danger movie I grew up watching. There's a little bit of a Fulci vibe in this too, only slightly less graphic. If Fulci did this, there would be a graphic decapitation of a mannequin in the store window. Here it's more simple. I think the breeze from Reggie's ice cream gives him extra nuts. You can kinda guess sometimes where some scenes may have gone if it was edited more linear, like this being a different day, but characters wearing the same clothing in a previous scene. And don't get under the car when there's tiny prankster Oompa Loompas running around, or vigilantes. Damn it, Bruce Willis! See, he's fine. Cars were made with a lot more tinfoil back then. Ah! They have fun. even if they throw the neighborhood kids under the bus.
Sure wasn't that retarded kid Timmy up the street?
Rude, you know his name is Jimmy. Don't know what to do about this kid. Here he's about to break into a K's merchandise because his room doesn't have enough 70s colors to his liking. Time to see who's banging in Morningside now. You again, Dwayne Schneider, you horny old bastard. Gotta figure out some way to find the answers. Well, I'm sure all the mole people running around heard that. Let's see here. Oh my god! Oh, right. Not a Fulci movie, so it's just a regular mannequin head. It's obvious what's going on here. These caskets are being fitted for a drug-running scheme to hide numerous henchmen in a Dolomite deal gone wrong. Mike's not even sure what he's doing here. He already decided days ago that he's definitely gonna be cremated instead. Or ball to the head to drain his juices. In another of the most famous images of the film, and of the whole series, it's the flying ball of death. A pretty amazing sequence done very simply by throwing the ball and reversing the footage, and pulling it off of his head and reversing that footage too. The spheres were designed by Willard Green, who sadly passed away before the movie was released. These characters do remain very relatable. I am certain this would have been my reaction to what just happened. Have you seen my baseball? Like I said, this may seem weird, but doors were also notoriously made of tinfoil back then. He gets out of there when it's clear the helpers will not sing him a song. But when he cuts off Tall Man's fingers, maybe that will make Jody believe him. Again, best reaction to this.
Okay, I believe you.
And I'm never smoking Reggie's weed again. But you know biology, you cut off a finger and it'll definitely transform. It's the Elmer from Brain Damage! You should let it do its thing. It's gonna give you a way better high than Reggie's ice cream ever did. But I don't think these particular worm fingers will be sewn back on. And speak of the devil.
Hi guys.
You have a lot of explaining to do, you son of a bitch.
Hey, what's going on here?
Oh, I see you tried my gummy worm ice cream! The secret is the worms are made with radiation for that extra tangy glow.
What the hell is going on?
We're gonna solve this 70s style, the way Bronson would want.
Here, you keep that.
We've decided to give you your Christmas present early. Now about the rules.
You don't aim a gun at a man unless you intend to shoot him. And you don't shoot a man unless you intend to kill him. No warning shots. Warning shots are bullshit.
Exactly how many people has Jody killed? I'll take care of this tall man, you just relax. I'm gonna put a bullet in his head, then we'll replace him with that nice Dan Aykroyd from My Girl. Oh, god damn it, Mike, you could have at least cleaned up the broken glass. I'm gonna cut my hand climbing into this thing. Stupid Mike didn't even turn on the light. Now we definitely know for sure this is Comic-Con. Yes, the dwarves are played by children in costumes, and yes, it's not lost on the filmmakers, they look like Jawas. It is just a coincidence. The movie was in production before Star Wars was even released, and they did consider changing the color of the robes, till they were like, screw it, these are better than Jawas. These creatures know how to drive a stick shift and have a kick-ass Fleetwood Mac 8-track collection. Oh, very funny, Mike. Leave your geeky robe shit at home. You know I went to see Damnation Alley instead. I love these two just for their reactions alone.
There was nobody driving!
Clearly there's multiples driving. The dwarves drive like the little rascals. One to use their hands on the pedals, and another to control the steering wheel. Plus, when it crashes, we can eat good tonight. Ever since Mom and Dad died, we've been eating TV dinners, but now can dine good like the Ewoks did. Get Reggie on the phone. Tell him to bring his Cheeto casserole. Reggie has his priorities right.
This guy's not gonna leak all over my ice cream, is he?
Would that be so bad? Their blood does look like delicious banana cream. One evil they haven't considered yet.
Hey! You boys back yet?
God damn it, jump scare Myrtle! Who the hell is that? They're gonna come up with a plan, but first things first, put on my Kansas records and send me to my happy place. What do you got, Reggie?
What we gotta do is we gotta snag that tall dude and stomp the shit out of him.
I like where your head's at. They come up with plans like it's the dude, Walter, and Donnie facing the tall man. Gotta get more weapons first. This antiques mall will do the trick. Defeated by large porcelain pig playing the accordion dropped on the head. Then he finds out the real story of the tall man. Holy shit, he's Pennywise! And is Reggie gonna get here with dessert? We're hungry. Yes, Baskin-Robbins' new limited edition monster flavor is finally ready! You never really know where the movie is going. Jody may have to lean his head back for another nap, and boom! Visited by the ghost of Christmas future! It is an important shot that does foreshadow the movie's overarching theme, without making it too obvious if you're watching it for the first time. But anyway, damn it, I told you to hit the gas! The horny con attendees can't be stopped! We tried hosing them down with water! Then they're off to the nearest drive-in showing Star Crash. It's good that this has brought Mike and Jody closer together, especially after Mike was on the road with Johnny Cade hiding from authorities. It's short-lived though, as Mike wants to join Jody in killing the dwarf mortuary children, but is locked in his room. Wait a minute, I got it. Shotgun shell, hammer, I can get out of this room. 70s fireworks. We'll be right back. Jody's got to catch up to Chris Hargensen and Billy Nolan and toss them a beer. But if you need some morning cups of delicious yellow finger blood, head over to thecinemasnob.com. Follow the links there, which can take you to our bonfire store, featuring Lloyd-approved mugs, plenty of shirts too, and we also have our DVD collection on the front of our archive page. That's all at thecinemasnob.com. Hope to see you there. Now that we're back...
I've been waiting for you.
Excellent. Bicycle repairman has brought him back his bike and a stack of porn. He's taking him right to the police station. He is going to make him mow the mortuary lawn every day till he earns back the money spent on fixing that broken window. Joke's on him, though. Every room has a gun in this town, especially in vehicles. Did I mention 70s vehicles? Must have hit a tiny rock. Never thought I'd say this, but it's getting even weirder in the mausoleum. That signals the twist that it's all been taking place inside of the Virtual Boy. The themes are very heavy in the climax about Mike confronting death, not ready to see a body in the casket, and shotgun blasting death to the balls. There will be more in the sequels. Damn sure wish Reggie was here. He'd love this. Ha ha ha! You said it! I've been smoking up in one of these caskets and came up with a new flavor. Butter Phantasm! Oh great, this must be the room they keep all the rich people who wish to be frozen until they can find a cure to sharp ball to the face. And it's where the dwarves can marinate a bit before they're released into the wild. It's like that part in Dune where Paul was properly trained to face the reality of the Matrix, where the dwarves are being used as slaves, which at this point is easy to explain to Reggie and Jody.
And this is the door to their planet.
But seriously, why haven't they explained this to the police? Reggie has been training for this for years too. No, not because of that. Because of playing that hand shocker Uncle Fester game at the bowling alley. Wait, it's far too soon! The Planet Phantasm ordered their dwarves well done. This is gonna send them very rare and they'll never get the pyramids built. Here he's looking for his brother, which is part of what this story is perfect at conveying. A teenager dealing with a death in the family, and certainly about the mourning process. Yeah, the parents died previously, but what it's really been about is the loss of his brother. We see the movie has had this dreamlike quality to it because that's what it is. In Mike's dream, the tall man is representing death and most fears teen boys have all in one figure. And it left him with the most fun line in the movie to quote. It is like a last adventure with his brother, where only in a dream can he actually defeat death, yet still no longer fear it by the end. It is a scary-ass movie. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be walking alone through the trees and have the tall man pop up out of nowhere at me. Even when it does look like it ends happily, with he and his brother beating death, and then waking up and confronting and accepting that Jody died in a car accident, the reveal is a big gut punch because, man, Jody's a likable character in this. Bill Thornbury is perfectly cast as older brother cool. There is acceptance here, like Reggie taking care of him and the two planning a trip together, but while death may have been in the dream, it is very much real and lurking around the corner, and you can't defeat it here. Sorry, Freddy was busy pulling Nancy's mom through a window. You're gonna have to hang out with Tall Man for a while. God, this is a great movie that still holds up. It's creepy as hell, full of lasting imagery, is significantly deeper than one might expect, and definitely relatable. Plus, with the budget being small and the word of mouth being good, it made a hell of a profit at the box office, guaranteeing it's gonna be a franchise with 4 sequels. In the meantime, when I pass away, I've already got a plan. No, not cremation. I'm already short enough to be one of the dwarves. I'll just join them.